What's up, guys? This is going to be the 15th video in the Java programming series. In this video, we're going to cover logical operators. So basically what we did right here, how we did with the equals equals instead of the single equals sign, we're going to cover all of the different things you can kind of put in place of this equals equals. So to start, we're just going to take out all this, kind of put this logical operators title here. And I'm just going to kind of list out some of the logical operators we have. So we have equals equals, which is what you saw before. This is just the comparison operator. You have less than, greater than. So it's just like in math. You have less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. So these are kind of the basic comparison operators. I'll kind of demonstrate exactly what they do in an example, but that's pretty self-explanatory. You also have the and the or, and the not. So these are a few important ones that I will also explain. So before we had, we have the equals equals, so we kind of get this. We say, like, let's say if we say if 3 equals 3, system.println true. Let's just say that. So we're gonna kind of run this. It's gonna say true because obviously 3 equals 3, so it's gonna run whatever is within this if statement here. So if I say if 3 equals 2 and we run this, it's gonna not print out any console output. I think it's giving us a warning just because it knows 3 is never going to equal 2 here. But that's just kind of showing you guys if this statement is true, it's going to run this. If not, it's going to skip past it. So now we can use these less than and greater than. We can say if 3 is greater than 2, run this line. And it's going to say true because 3 is greater than 2. Likewise, if you say if 3 is less than 2, run this. It's not going to run it because 3 is greater than 2. And a way for you guys to remember, if you guys don't have like a really good intuition of which sign is less than and greater than, basically the smaller side is always going to be the smaller number, and the bigger side is always going to be the bigger number of this this caret sign here. So now we have the less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. This just means kind of exactly what you'd expect. So like let's say working with the greater than here, if we say is 2 greater than 2, 2 is not greater than 2, 2 is greater, 2 is equal to 2. So this isn't going to actually run if we try running it here. So if we put in the 2 is greater than or equal to 2, then it will run this. Then it will always include any value that is also equal to the other value here. So same deal with the less than or equal to. I think you guys kind of get the basic idea. So now we go down to these 3 operators right here. So you have the and right here. This just stands for and. So you can do, like, let's say you want to say if 2 is equal to 2. We know this is true. And 4 is equal to 4, then run all this junk that is within these brackets here. So if we run this, you're going to see that it does run. So awesome, that's what we want. And the thing is the and statement, though, is we can say if 2 equals 2 and 4 equals 5, say this is not going to run because with the and statement, you need every statement that is anded in that if statement to be true to actually run whatever in there. So you can say 4 equals 4, 5 equals 5, and you have all of these and they're all true. But if you have one statement, like say 2 equals 1, that's incorrect, it is not going to run. It's not going to run all this. And I'm just going to also put in this else statement so you guys can kind of better see what's going on here. Basically, it's going to return false otherwise. So it's going to say false. And that's going to be the and statement. Basically, it's saying you need every single anded statement to be true if you want this operation to run within the if statement. Now we have the or statement. So to get these 2 lines here, you hit shift backslash, and that will get you these lines here. So I want to say if 2 equals 2, 3, let's say. So that's not the case. Or 1 equals 1. So you're going to see when we print this out, it's going to say true. It's going to give us the value of true. And This is because with the OR statement, if any one of those statements are true, it's going to give us whatever in these first set of brackets here. So I can say OR 7 equals this chunk. We know that's not true, and we know 12 equals 3 isn't true either. If we run this, it's still going to give us the value of true just because this 1 equals 1 is true. So the OR statement means only one of these has to be true to actually run them and run this statement. So now we have this exclamation mark here, and this should probably be in a separate category from these. Not just means the exclamation mark just kind of stands for the word not. So we can say we're going to define a Boolean value. So Boolean, my Boolean equals true. So let's see. So it's giving me an error here. Let's see what's going on. Cannot be resolved to a type. Oh, okay. So basically, I'm just kind of confusing this because I'm used to other programming languages. Other programming languages have different syntax here. I've been working a lot with Objective-C, and the keyword for Boolean is bool in Objective-C. So we want to say this is false here. So when you kind of go through an if statement and you do a condition like 3 equals 3, essentially this is returning the value of true right here. So if 3 equals 3, it returns a value of true, then it runs the statement there. So if I were to say not my Boolean, for instance, it's just going to switch that true or false statement. So it's going to switch a false to a true or a true to a false. So if you guys can think really quick before we actually run this program, what do you think is going to happen when we run this? Like, is it going to print out this true, or is it going to print out the false in the else statement? Well, we're going to run this, and you're going to see that it's actually going to print out the true here. Because the original Boolean value was false, this not sign basically just flips it around. So let's say if it were true here, we can say it's going to flip the my Boolean to false, and you're going to see that it's going to run the false thing right here. One last thing before I'm going to cover, this video is getting a little bit long, is I'm going to say there is also the not equals in here. So this is one more thing that you want to kind of remember. So you say if 3 is not equal to 4, say for instance, run system.println true. Also, you guys, you can put in just single apostrophes if you want, but it's better practice to put in 2 apostrophes. So now we're going to run this. It's going to run that true because 3 is not equal to 4. So this just checks for the opposite of what you would do with an equals comparison. If 3 does not equal 3, you're going to see that it's not going to run that because 3 is equal to 3. So that's going to be all of the logical operators, and that's going to be the completion of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.